Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video. In the last episode you saw me get a lot of the pieces for the Integra wrapped, and we're going to continue on trying to get the rest of them done. I have the rear bumper over here wet sanded and ready to go, so I want to show you guys the process of getting that done, since it is going to be like multiple pieces, probably like 4 or 5. And then yeah, we got the hood, the front bumper, and then the opposite side rear quarter panel still left to do. So let's get into it. I'll go ahead and show you guys this rear bumper and try to just knock out as much as we can in this video. Alright, so this is the rear bumper. I primed it, wet sanded it with 220, and have it pretty well prepped for wrap. Everything I can fix and kind of sand out and fill in and everything like that has been done. Alright, so here is the license plate area. I still gotta clean it off, it's still really dirty, but got a bunch of fingerprints on it. But as you can see, I laid the back piece on. I trim all this out instead of folding it over or cutting it flush. The license plate frame holder thing actually slides up into here and has like this big bracket that goes across here, so you literally only see like these two sides basically. Alright, so here is the bottom of the bumper. So basically when you go around the sides here, you don't have to try to wrap this all the way through this dip here, over top of it and all the way back. Most people would probably just cut it off right about here, which is where that's all you're gonna see when it's on the car, really, is just barely past this edge here. You're not really gonna see all this back here, but I would rather just wrap it separate piece. The majority of it is laid out, so we're gonna be wrapping this middle section, and then on the sides it's like the whole side underneath this little fake trim, and then the top will get wrapped last. But this is what they call like glassing it out, is you want to try to get it laid on smooth as possible and then start squeegeeing it out, working it down, working it around, and getting it laid. Alright, so my battery's low or else I'd turn on the flash, but this is basically as far as I got tonight. I still have to wrap the top, which will just be one last piece that goes all the way around the top. But yeah, the bottom section took a lot longer than I wanted it to and was a lot harder than I wanted it to be, but it turned out good. It's a hard bumper to do. Now that I know this divot here and all of these deep recesses are pretty hard to do all in one piece, so it's a learning curve. It's a lesson, you know. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 underneath. So with the top, I think it'll end up being like 6 pieces altogether. So definitely not a very easy bumper, but it is wrapped underneath and everything. The lighting sucks, but yeah, I'll show you guys once I get the top done tomorrow, once it's light outside, because it's dark out right now, and you'll be able to see it a lot better. So back at the shop, about to get the top of the bumper done. I tried to stick around last night and get it all the way complete, but I was wore out. Yeah, today it's freaking pouring, which is actually pretty nice. This means it won't be 90 degrees inside the shop today, so I really don't mind a bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this rear bumper knocked out and done. The rear little panel here is done, so maybe I'll just slap the rear end back together completely once I get this top on. So rear end might be done completely today. Alright, before I get too far, I have the top laid on the bumper. From here over still has the backing paper on it. And then I took off the center section of backing paper, so that one still got it on it too. And you can see, one, how big of a piece you need to do just this top, but also kind of the process. So you want to get it as laid out as best as possible. Start in the middle, start squeegeeing everything out. I got over to that side, now I gotta get it over to this side, and then once I get to there, I'll start peeling the backing paper off for the rest of it. Get this top part completely done, and then it kind of inverts and flips over to the side piece, get that done, and then I can come in and get everything squeegeed out all the way up to this line, and then all the way down to the end of the little fake molding down there. Bruh, in the last clip it was raining nice and cool, and pretty much right after that the sun came out and it got super hot. Now it's like 90 in here, but I am just about done with the bumper. I just need to trim the top part of it and it'll be done. So I'll go ahead and show you guys. Alright, so rear bumper's back on, little finish panel's back on. So from this shot here, the car almost looks complete. Then you got the unfinished side over here. But yeah, bumper is good to go. It is wrapped all the way up underneath. Exhaust cut out, everything. Finish panel, got the decal embossed in there. So yeah, this shot right here, it almost looks like it's a complete car. Alright, so I just spent the last couple hours working on the hood, getting it prepped for wrap. It's 100% ready to go. It was really bad, really dented up, but I think it's going to actually turn out really good. And then I also got a couple of these trim pieces wrapped, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Let me show you guys these trim pieces here. These are the long ones that go across the door. This one turned out super nice. I mean, the edges, the corners, everything turned out mint. These are the two smaller ones that go on the quarter panels. But yeah, I mean, you can see on the hood, it just was completely destroyed. I probably would have junked this thing and bought a new one, but all in here was dented and dinged. Body line was really bad, and then it just had a lot of little spots where it was either dents coming up out of the hood somehow or going down. They must have like left tools in the engine bay or something, and it poked little dents up. And then this corner was actually folded over and super bad. So I think this thing is going to surprise even me once it's done, because before the underneath was red, the top was like brown and just dented all to hell. Now it's sprayed gloss black underneath, and I actually got it a lot smoother than I thought I would. So this thing should be good. It should look pretty nice. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be perfect, but it should be pretty nice. And it doesn't really look like it on camera, but it's actually smoothed out pretty well. I laid a piece of wrap just on this front just to test it, and it looks like nothing's going to show through. It looks like you'll never even know that's there. But yeah, the next piece, which falls in the same category of like trash almost, it probably should just be thrown away, is the bumper. So I've repaired a few little spots. I've fully sanded it down. Again, you'll see, you know, plastic, the primer, the old blue paint, the primer again, the black top. Like, this thing's like had 5 different coats on it. But I think it'll still look alright. So yeah, just wanted to get you guys caught up. It's like 90 in the shop again today, so it's a hot one. I might not get too much accomplished while the sun's out, but I'm going to try to, once it cools off a little bit, get some more work done tonight. So it's coming along. I am getting low on wrap. as you can see here, that is all that I have left. And I still need like a 10-foot. I still need like a 10-foot sheet for the quarter panel, which is freaking humongous just because of the top part and the rocker part. So that I still need like a 10-foot sheet for that. The hood's like a 5x6 sheet, and then I have the wrap set aside for the bumper already. Basically what you can do for bumpers is like you need like 6 or 7 foot of it. So you roll it out 7 foot, you cut it, and then you just cut it in half, and that will give you 2 6-foot rolls that are about 2.5 foot wide, and these are like perfect for bumpers. So one was used on the rear, that one will be used on the front, and then this was even still a little bit left over from the rear. So it gets down to the point where with wrap you don't have enough big sheets to do the big panels all in one piece. So like I have a bunch of, like I have the strip for the bumper, I have a bunch of little pieces to do trim and anything smaller, but as far as like big 5 or 6x6 sheets for like the hood or for the quarter panel, that's what you have to have uncut big sheets for. So we'll see. I gotta at least get like the quarter panel measured out, cut, get the hood measured out, cut, and see if I actually have enough left over. Just because I wanted to see how much film we were gonna have left. Once I get this done, literally all that I need to be left on that roll is like 10 foot to do the quarter, the other quarter panel. So this is what you do first. You get your wrap down, you make sure that everything covers, and make sure you got your material cut right. Alright, so once you get the backing paper off, you would get what they call glassed out, which is just to try to get it arranged in a way that there's not so many wrinkles and it's where you want it, it's covering all the edges and everything, and you just try to go around and get as much smoothed out as possible. Like on the hood here, you can tell I can basically start in the middle, work my way out, and it'll be as free of wrinkles at the beginning as you can get it. So yeah, I'll just start with the squeegee. I'm gonna start in the middle and work my way out, working all the bubbles or wrinkles out. Just do like a rough trim of the edges and get this thing laid down. Alright, once you get it all squeegeed out, it will look like this. Hopefully I can put the clip of the hood when I first got it in before this and show like a side-by-side comparison, because it's insane to look at it now versus when I got it, how beat up it was. So yeah, hopefully I can put that clip in, but a lot of my videos got deleted or corrupted, so I might not be able to. But yeah, it looks 10 times better. 10 times better than what it used to. But yeah, now I just gotta go through, trim it, and then give it a good post heat, and that'll be it. Alright, the hood is done. All the edges look super good, super fire, how they're supposed to. Camera won't really focus on it, but yeah, hood's good to go. I'd say for wrap and for what this hood looked like, it turned out pretty good. Hopefully I can find a picture or video of what it used to look like. What I have here is a like maroon brown type metallic-y color. I really like it actually. This is a dope color for this Integra. But yeah, you can see here it looks like a spark plug dented up or something happened there. Lots of just chipping and stuff that'll have to get sanded out. The ears or the corners here are really bad. Usually around the wipers is pretty bad, just like that. Just lots of little problems, little cracks in the paint. This one was folded completely up, so I tried to straighten that one back out. Yeah, so this hood's actually in pretty rough shape. Hopefully this car just will run hoodless to most places and car shows and stuff like that, because this hood is not going to look very good. So the other part of this hood is, it is red underneath. But yeah, I think I'm going to let it sit out in the sun and bake for a little while. But that's just one more piece down. I just rolled out the roll, and we have exactly like 10.5 foot, maybe 10, probably close to 10 foot left on this roll, which is exactly what I need for the quarter panel. And yeah, we'll have enough wrap to wrap it up basically. I did spray the door jamb black finally, because this is a red door, so even the other side's not red. There's nothing else red on the car. The car is a black car. Every other jamb and stuff is black now. Even underneath the hood is sprayed black now. So I went ahead and got the antenna spot and the rest of the bodywork sanded down over here. As you can tell, I replaced the antenna delete with one for myself, or one myself. The one they had was like a freaking, it was for like a bathroom fixture. It was like a plastic pole cap that they shoved in here and dented up all around it while they were doing it. So what I did was I replaced that, got a flush one to sit in there, fit just right. I actually sealed it around it so that that would stay in there on its own, and then build up the bodywork around it, so that way, you know, the body line's still here, and around this antenna it smoothly slopes up to it. There's no big divots or holes around it, so I'm actually pretty stoked on that. Wet sanded it with like 500 grit, and you can paint over it, wrap over it. I threw a sheet of wrap over this just to make sure it looked good, and it all you can see is the edge of that delete, which is what I wanted. I didn't want it to be like flush, because then you'd have to build up filler like way farther out. But other than the edge around this antenna delete, everything else looks smooth. There's no big dents or anything. There was like a big one here, small one there, so that part of the quarter panel will look 10 times better than it did. I had to fix somebody else's filler down here and sand out the lines from factory paint to that dip shit and all that, and get it scuffed up, and still have a little bit more sanding left to do now that I'm looking at it a little better, like right in here. But it'll just be quick. Hit that and call it a day and get it wrapped. So I might wait on, I'll probably wait till I can have my girlfriend come help me lay this one, or somebody come help me, because the other side was a pain in the ass. It took me like 6 hours to do it by myself. Even longer, I think, actually. It took me like 8 hours with a break in between to do the other side, so. Alright, so in the last clip I was showing you guys the quarter panel and how it was sanded, antenna delete was done, turned out super nice, and it was ready for wrap. I showed you guys a few little things that I was painting black and kind of where I was at on it. And then I didn't film for like 2 or 3 days. Yesterday, me and my girlfriend came in. With her help, I was able to do the quarter panel super fast, wrap it super quick. And I didn't film it, I just wanted to get it done. So we got that done, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that now, and then explain kind of where this car is going from here. Alright, so this was the last part of the chassis to get wrapped. Literally the only thing left is the front bumper, but while I had my girlfriend here, I went ahead and got this knocked out. It went a lot easier, a lot smoother than doing it by myself. So this side and the chassis is completely done. I'll show you guys. The antenna delete actually turned out really nice. Some adhesive, like some panel bond basically, to bond this metal delete onto the car and then bodyworked everything around it so that all you could feel was like the ridge of it. I wanted you to still be able to like see it. I didn't want to mold it completely, but yeah, basically it is molded in real nice. Turned out super good, super happy with that. Looks so much better than the other one that was on here. I mean, you really can't even tell that it's there, but yeah, quarter panel turned out great. Antenna delete turned out great. All of the wrap is one piece for the quarter panel, all along the bottom and then all the way back up. It's all one piece. Looks great. I was also pretty proud of this. I got the inside door jamb painted black. Turned out super nice. I even did underneath so that there is no red sticking through when you open this door up. Because this door was originally red. You can see it up here. Basically just wanted to make sure that there wasn't any red sticking out of this door for rattle can. Turned out super nice. But yeah, that's basically where I left off at. I got that painted, got the quarter panel done, and that's where I'm at with the Integra right now. That's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. As always, I appreciate you for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It all helps me out tremendously. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. You guys have a good one. Peace out.